next race coming up is the pit bike stock 140 Group B, who are currently in the waiting zone. They'll be out in just a few moments' time, where Michael Ferrara took pole position, Jamie Callaghan and Billy Pearson on the front row. Row number 2, Andy Shim, Callum Ricketts and Phil Dickens. Then we have Chris Edwards, Owen Connell and Keir Armstrong. Alex Harrison, Ricky Davis, Jim Titchmarsh. 13th on the grid, Tom Holland from Ricky Tarrant and Liam Greenland. Tom Salmon, Adam Shelton and William Hodgson taking us down to 18th position in pit bike stock 140 Group B. They're making their way onto the formation lap now. Final moments for the riders, as on pole position there we see Ben Baxter also well placed, number 818 Owen Connell, as the flag drops, and away we go with pit bike stock 140 Group B. Here they come into the first corner. 818, your early race leader. Into the top corner they go. And of course, one of the rental bikes, which if you want to have a go at mini bike racing, you can have a go on that bike as well. And running strongly at the front of the field. And we've got a shout out here from Stephen Pickard, who's had so much he's had to do today, but now stuck in front of the screen. And he'll return now his neck is fixed.
Just looking at the grid, Tom Horn at the moment, he's down in third. In fact, that's one of the high bike riders leading the race at the moment. That's great to see.
We were just saying actually, Matt, that bike there, number 818, that's leading the race. You watching today, you can have a go on that, can't you?
You can do. That is a high bike. That is someone who's never raced the BMB before, and he's qualified quite well in the stock 140B groups. But he's coming under pressure by Tom Holland now. Just looking at Tom's qualifying time, he's running the 52 seconds in the qualifying. He must have had an absolute shocker, because I know that Tom's definitely an A group rider on a good day.
And a shout out here for Ricky Davis, who's currently in 4th place. Not too far. There he is, number 111. It looks like he's been passed now, though, by... Oh, that's a close one. It's all close to the front. That's that number 72, possibly. And got a word here from Cale Schindler. Why can't we have it? So Matt, over to you. Can we get a American round?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I said John's coming over in August, and actually the next round at Wilton Mill as John McDonald. He races at the moment with the on the MSX 125s, or the Honda Groms as you call them in the US. And so basically what we're going to try and do is try and build that relationship up with the British mini bikes and the mini bike racing over in the USA. And you never know, in a couple of years' time, we may have a round in America.
2 questions there, Matt. A, can I have one in Florida? And B, can I come and commentate on this?
2 answers. Yes, and if you're a good boy.
Oh yeah, I'm going to try my best for that one. Now it looks like Tom Holland has taken the lead down the straight into the top corner. And the higher bike in 2nd place, Ricky Tarrant, was number 72, was also in there as well. So Cale Schindler, actually, you'd love to go racing. Actually, oh, you're in the south of the country, anyway, Georgia. Now, isn't that usually that's one of the NASCAR parts of the country, if I remember rightly? So Cale Schindler, all the way from Georgia. And we'd love to have you racing as well, actually, Cale. So I hope you're enjoying the broadcast as well. Tom Holland, then, your race leader, and that high machine still in 2nd place. Try and get who that rider is in a moment. So it's Cale Warren.
Owen Connell.
So Owen Connell that was on the higher bike.
Owen Connell.
And Connell having a look, but it looks like Tom Holland's starting to pull away. So Connell running very well on that higher bike there, isn't he?
He's never raced a pit bike before. He's come down. He's got stuck right in, and he's lapping at the moment. He's lapping in the low 51s, top 50 second bracket. So that's good going for someone who never raced a pit bike before.
And it just goes to show as well, Matt, of course, this hire bike, it's one that anybody can pick up and have a go. You need your own leathers and boots, of course, but anyone can have a go at that one, can't they? And it's still competitive.
Yeah, and it's a competitive bike.
It's a very much potential race-winning bike there, number 818, and being put to good effect, but it has been passed. Oh, and now we're talking money here, because Bailey Davis asked, what's the price for a hire bike? Now, this depends, of course, on how you can have as much or little time on the hire bike as you want, really. We'll get that from Matt Pearce in a few moments, but you can ride either on one of the British Mini Bike practice days, or you can have the full race weekend, which is what Connell's doing now, number 818.
Yeah, it's a hire bike. We do track days at 175 and a full race weekend at £300. Well, that's not just the bike. We don't just shut the bike in and go, have a good time. With Miniature Parts, we've got a good partnership with them, and basically you get the bike, you get the fuel, you get the permit to race, you get a mechanic with you throughout the entire day or the entire weekend, so it's a full factory job. You literally bring your kit down, your helmet, your boots and leathers, which are checked by the scrutineers, and then we take care of the rest. It's a full factory ride for the weekend. So if you want to feel like you're in MotoGP, come and hire a bike with the British Mini Bikes.
And it's certainly a good way to go out racing, of course, is that because you can just turn up with a gear, have a go. I'm doing a test day with KTM on Wednesday on the new motocross bikes, 2018 machines, although not quite as involved as it is on the British Mini Bikes, having the full weekend's race package there, which I think is very impressive, it has to be said.
Yeah, I mean, and for £300, that's obviously including your entry fee, that's everything, absolutely everything included. And on the Saturday they had 7 sessions on the Saturday, which is quite a decent amount of track time. I know that's plenty for me because I was out there riding yesterday, and they basically today, as you've seen, they have practice, qualifying and 2 races, so for £300 you can't really beat that.
So there we see, in terms of motorsport, just as little as £300 you can get involved and be on the track for the race weekend, as Tom Orland leads the way in Pit Bike Stock 140 Group B. Thanks again to Cale Schindler, and hope you're enjoying this weekend's racing here at Fulbeck at Lincolnshire. Ricky Tarrant is in second place, O'Connell in third on the rental bike, Chris Edwards, Ricky Davis, Alex Harrison, Adam Shelton and Ben Baxter taking us down to 8th position. But Tom Orland looking strong at the front and leads the race just over half distance.
Thanks for your feedback, Carol. Yeah, we're working hard at this end of things, so yeah, thanks a lot for your feedback, mate. Yeah, we've also got Instagram and Twitter, and also the YouTube channel. All of our races are edited down after day, and they'll all be uploaded onto YouTube and put into playlists. So if you want to watch back your favourite races and follow your favourite riders, please give the YouTube channel a subscribe and keep track of it.
Definitely keep in touch with us on here, because Tom Orland is starting to close up on James Tarrant, who's currently in 12th position. Ricky Tarrant goes through as well down the inside.
And it looks like Owen's just been dropped off that leading 2 now. He got caught behind that back marker going through the bus stop, and the leading 2 just managed to gap him. Tom has a quick look over his shoulder. He knows that Ricky's there. Yes, Carol, yeah, same name as the Facebook page. Just search British Mini Bikes. On Twitter it's at British Mini Bikes, and Instagram again just British Mini Bikes. You'll be able to find us straight away.
Just over half distance in the Pit Bike Stock 140 Group B. We return, of course, to our Mini GP a little bit later on for their second race of the day. The one to look forward to with Tom Orland, meanwhile, looking strong in this Pit Bike Group 140. He's coming under pressure now from Ricky Tarrant, who's really starting to get involved in this one as they go through the bus stop chicane. And Ricky Tarrant, I think, could be a name to be contention on these last few laps. He is really starting to put Orland under some pressure.
That was close there. Tom has a good look over his shoulder. He knows what's coming.
So Ricky Tarrant really starting to turn the screw on these closing laps of Pit Bike 140 Group B. They're making their way up towards the final corner, and this run out to the final corner will be very important for Ricky Tarrant in second place as he tries to get the drive on Tom Orland, but not quite close enough to go for the pass down the inside. He will have to be brave under braking.
He lost a bit of time coming down straight. He just ran over the curb on the exit. That would have lost him some time and some drive.
And this, of course, very important, Matt, because on this track here at Fulbeck, it's a left-right flick out of those final few corners. And that run down the start straight is very important indeed. So you're looking at the final corner, of course. You've got the left-right flick, and that run out to the final corner to get the drive down the straight. Very important to line that pass up.
You've got to be on. They'll be coming out of that last complex in third, and the key is to keep the revs up and keep the bike, as I said, just driving out that corner as much as possible.
Here they come back towards us, and let's see what happens with Ricky Tarrant on this drive down the straight. He's got a better run this time, but still not close enough just yet to get under Tom Holland under braking. Has a look, but now it looks like Tom Holland is starting to pull away somewhat to go through the bus stop chicane. Holland leads the race, and with that small gap, the higher bike of O'Connell down to third place from Chris Edwards. And thanks a lot to Ellen Fawcett. Great footage today, she says. It's been fantastic coverage today and some great racing so far. Still got plenty of racing to come as we go on to the last lap of the pit bikes. And here they come round the final corner, taking the checkered flag will be number 108. Tom Holland chased all the way to the line by number 72 in second place, Ricky Tarrant, who has to settle for second. 149. Take one there, the final lap for Ricky Tarrant, and that was the fastest lap of the race, but not enough as Tom Holland takes the checkered flag. I think it was.
I've literally walked through my shoes. Look.
Oh yeah, well we're just looking the.
See it? Colleen, Alan's wife is just laughing at the massive hole I've got in the bottom of my shoe now. See? Come on, put the camera back on. I don't think you can see it. It's the massive hole in the bottom. I've literally walked through my shoes today.
So here we go with our final race of the day. Thank you for watching today, the British Mini Bikes. We hope to see you at the next round at Wilton Mill. Either if you're in person, if you're not too far from Wilton Mill, come down and have a look, or come along and watch us on the live stream again. The flag is about to drop, and away they go. Our final race of the day.
Number 98 stored on the line, but they managed to get around him.
So the rental bike leading into the first corner.
It's Owen Connell.
Owen Connell and our race leader. As you were saying before, of course, this rental bike, anyone can turn up and have a go on this one, but it's by no means uncompetitive. It's a race-winning pedigree.
Yeah, he's. And I spoke to him after his last race, and asked him how he's getting on with it, and he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
So has he got much of a background in bikes?
I don't know, if I'm honest.
Must be.
When they send their when they send their booking form through, we asked for their level of experience, and he said he's done a few track days, and I don't know if he's raced before. But he definitely knows how to throw a bike around.
Looking good so far. As we've got a hello here from Gibraltar. That's a new one. So Almudena Stuart Mara, I hope I pronounced that correctly, watching all the way from Gibraltar. And Helen Louise.
And there's a bit of an issue with the timing system. The Owen transponder doesn't seem to be picking up now. But it's definitely Owen Connell still in first place, followed by Ricky Tarrant and Chris Edwards.
So our higher bike running strongly at the front. This is pit bike 40 Group B, our final race of the day here from Wilton Mill. Oh, somebody's off. Who's that that's on there?
That's the lad who's stored on the line. That's bike number 90. Is that Alex Harrison?
We've got a shout out here for number 70, Uncle Adam. Adam Shelton, of course, who's well and truly in there.
Yeah, Owen's really taken to this bike, hasn't he? He's brilliant. He's on it.
Well, this, of course, a rookie rider that's leading the race, number 818. It's not even his bike. This is the rental bike. So if you're watching this and you fancy a go at mini bikes, you can book in. Oh,
big moment
there, though, for him. So if you want to have a go at British mini bikes and you've never done mini bikes before, you can have a go on this bike. You can either rent it out for just a couple of sessions or the full race weekend. And certainly using that rental bike to good effect, leading the way from Ricky Tarrant in second place. And we've had a few people out, and that was a guy from Finland at the start of the year, wasn't there? I think
down the race last round, Matti Kopalainen. He now races It will be. It has been racing for CW bikes.
So Owen Connell leads the way, but coming under some real pressure from Ricky Tarrant in second place. Tarrant has a look down the inside. So if you're watching the live stream, the lap times here, the positions I should say, not entirely up to date because we are missing Owen Connell, who is the actual, as you can see on the track, the race leader. But he's coming under pressure now from Ricky Tarrant as a look down the inside. Adam Shelton just there in third place. Ben Baxter a little bit further behind number 808 as Ricky Tarrant again has a look at Owen Connell. Connell guards that inside line with Tarrant right on his tail in second place. Here they come around the final corner. And Owen Connell gets on the power down the main straight with Ricky Tarrant right on his tail, having a look down the inside. He's going to try him under braking into the top corner. And this time, oh, that was a good move there, wasn't it, Matt, from the 72 of Ricky Tarrant.
I was out on track with Ricky yesterday. Again, he doesn't hang about.
And a shout out here for 23, a little bit further behind this little group here, Chris Edwards, who is currently in fourth place, I think, looking at the lap size, or third, I beg your pardon. 65 that must be then, so here is the 65 machine also in there as well, as Ricky Tarrant then out braking Owen Connell into the top corner and taking the lead. Closing stages of this race now, going into the last few laps, as Owen Connell tries to close up on the race leader Ricky Tarrant. Has a look down the inside, but not quite close enough to go for the outbraking maneuver into that top corner. But a great ride so far for Ricky Tarrant, trying to break away.
It's a great shot at the end of that straight with the bikes. You can see him as soon as he's off the throttle, they're cogging down to third gear, using that engine brake to slow the bike down.
And it looks like our race leader Ricky Tarrant's getting some support here. Mitchell Bowler says, come on Ricky. So he's doing very well so far, though. He's leading by just over a second. I'm sure that Owen Connell will want to go home with a race win today as well. Take the checkered flag. I wonder if we'll be seeing him again. Seems to be enjoying himself.
So, small as he can down the straight, getting much of a slipstream behind him. No, not close enough.
Owen Connell, and he's, as you can see, looks a little bit bigger than Ricky Tarrant, so he's trying to make himself as small as possible on the bike. They go through the bus stop. He's just shadowing the rear wheel of Ricky Tarrant. It looks like he's shadowing him, just trying to find a way through somewhere on the inside, on the outbraking possibly.
We've got 6 laps to go, so he's got plenty of time. We can just take his time with this one. Maybe Rick will make a mistake.
So this, of course, is where sometimes the case of just looking at sussing the ride out, looking for lines sometimes.
Yeah, he'll just be trying to see where he's quicker. Even pace. I mean, Ricky set 51. He's just come in 51.06.
Well, he's having a go out to the final corner. Had a great run out to the final corner. Oh, had a look on the inside there, but nothing that was really on. So Connell just backing out of that one quite wisely.
Ricky and Owen are very similar lap time, so they're pretty much neck and neck all the way through. I can't see where one's better than the other, if I'm honest.
So Owen Connell on that previous lap got a great run out to the final corner, just trying to line up Tarrant. This is where a lot of the passing occurs on that first corner.
Yeah, I think because it's so even the rest of the circuit, because it's quite difficult, it can be quite difficult to pass everywhere else. You've just got to try and concentrate and get as much drive out that last right-hander to get one of the brakes into the right-hand hairpin at the end of the straight.
So realistically, an overtaking manoeuvre on that first corner starts here, really way before the corner's underway. And here we see again Connell having a look, but it's not going to be close enough to go for the outbraking manoeuvre. We've got the back marker in front, number 27, James Tarrant, who hopefully should see them coming through. There we go. Connell gets through as well. That's always interesting on that final corner. The outbraking manoeuvres on that first corner, realistically, they start a good third of the track away on that final couple of corners.
Yeah, you've got to be hard on the anchors into that first hairpin.
And there we see Tarrant looking. Oh, he knows he's there. Yeah. Very aggressive sweep there on Owen Connell just to put him off. So he knows that Owen Connell's on his tail in second place. And Connell, here we see again, trying to line him up for a move out to the final corner. But 3 laps to go. Ricky Tarrant also getting away well. And Owen Connell not giving up, though, into the top corner. But it's not going to be this time, as Ricky Tarrant holds on to the lead.
I think if Owen just does that downshift at the moment, he's braking first, then you can see him changing down a gear. If he just kicks it down to third and use that engine braking, he might be able to get him under the brakes, but which is difficult for me to tell him up here.
Well, this is very exciting to watch. Of course, a newcomer, somebody who's a guest rider on a higher bike, and he's battling for the lead and looking very, very assured out there, I must say. With somebody, one of our regulars, of course, Ricky Tarrant, leading the race, and Owen Connell really... Oh!
Bit of a mistake there.
He's... well, this could benefit him now. He's going to try and line him up on the final few corners, get a good run out of that last corner. And a great drive out of the final corner from Owen Connell.
A bit of a wave there. Oh, I don't think Ricky liked that one.
So, Ricky Tarrant...
He shows having fun.
Owen Connell there, he made that mistake a few corners ago, using that to good effect to close up on the final few corners. Chris Edwards is still in third place. Adam Shelton a bit further behind. Ben Baxter in there as well. 2 laps left in this race as Ricky Tarrant holds on to the lead, and he knows that Owen Connell's there and doing a great job of holding on to the lead under a lot of pressure from Connell in second.
Yeah. I think Owen's going to try him again. He's going to try and build up around here. Keep the corner speed on the right-hand side. Keep the throttle on. Straight, you can see he's flat out there in third. Fourth gear just before he hit that curve on the right-hand side. He'll be getting himself as small as possible. He's in this slipstream. He's right behind him, right on his wheel. Oh, no, the back markers are getting away.
So William Hodgson runs wide and lets the 2 leaders through.
Is this the last lap?
Last lap of the race now, and here we go. So Ricky Tarrant leads the race. Owen Connell in second. Through.
It's going to have to be the hairpin. It's going to have to be the right-hand hairpin. As he comes through this lefter here, I don't think he's close enough to make a move into the right-hander.
Ricky Tarrant now then. A few more corners to go. Owen Connell, can he do something with just a couple more corners to go? Ricky Tarrant knows he's there though, and making that machine as wide as possible into the final few corners. And unless Owen Connell gets a really good drive out to the final corner, this should be enough. Here he comes, checkered flag now being readied, and it's a race win for number 72, Ricky Tarrant. Owen Connell in second place, and that really was a fantastic way to round off the day. Brilliant race there. Owen Connell on the rental bike, of course, only just down in second place. But a fantastic ride there for those 2 riders, Matt.
Yeah, brilliant. I know, cracking really there by Ricky. Yeah, fantastic racing. Really, really good.